So, now we're going to do chapter 339.
Um, I'll go first on this one. By far, in the three chapters that were released of Fairy Tail, this was the best one out of the three. Am I saying it was a great chapter? No. Am I saying it was a good chapter? No. It was a decent chapter of Fairy Tail. Just decent. Like, it just hit decent. That's all it hit. But let's get on with the overview. First, we see Jalal and Meredy. They're pretty much looking for Ultir in the rubble, and they can't find her. Then they decide to go to the, I guess, mountainous area. That's when Bolt catches up to them. And Bolt pretty much says, you know what? For today, we're not going to pursue you. So, pretty much get away from the city as far as you can. You did help us out, so thank you. And I really did enjoy this part. I mean, like, it would be a dick move if Bolt pretty much said, I'm going to take you in now. But, Jalal did help him out. Even though none of the Dragon Slayers defeated the dragon, Jalal helped him out by telling him, Cobra was a Dragon Slayer. And I'm pretty sure Jalal said something like, if Cobra got out of line, I'll handle him. Because, in my opinion, Jalal and Cobra are the two most overpowered characters in Fairy Tail. But anyways, back to the topic. Dragon Ball pretty much not brainwashed, but he erased the memory of everyone involved in the final day of the games, pretty much when the dragons attacked. So he pretty much pulled a Man in Black on everyone. I like that, Wait, I think I skipped something. But anyways, Jalal got a letter from an old lady. It was pretty much an apology letter from Ultir. And then, Meredy starts to cry. Jalal hugs her. Yeah, I did skip that part. That part was supposed to go before the Magic Council stuff. And then the pretty much the flashback starts. And the flashback involves Cobra. Cobra, goes back to the Magic Council without a fight. He said, how pathetic am I? I'm a Dragon Slayer. I can defeat a dragon. But you know what? Got to see Cobra, so that's good. He said he got to hear a lot of voices. He heard Sibelius, pretty much Kinana. Then he said a very interesting thing here. Probably the best part of the chapter. He said, the gates of Hades will open again. And I'm going to go back to prison to rescue the Six. So, I feel a Oracion C's reunion and the last alliance of the three major dark guilds, Stratos, they're going to come into play now. They're going to be a major part of a future upcoming arc of Fairy Tail. That's what I feel. So I'm looking forward to that. Like Hero got me looking forward to something. Just for like this flashback with Cobra. Anyways, the last part. Fairy Tail's leaving. They're going back to Magnolia. The carriage that they're in passes the old lady that gave Jalal and Meredy the letter. Gray sees her, and then like instantly, Gray thinks of like Ultir. Then he gets really upset. So now it's like everything's coming to mind. Like all my thoughts are coming up at this point. So I'm thinking, how did Ultir have enough time to write a letter before she died? And then it hit me. Hiro Mashima didn't kill Ultir. Ultir became an old lady. And that's pretty much how the chapter ended. And I'm just sitting here thinking, you can't even kill Ultir. You can't kill a cat. How is the reef supposed to kill people when you don't let them die? And the magic she used was supposed to take her life away. But apparently it took her life energy away. So I'm really upset about that. But I'm done with that. So I'll hand it to you, Shinigami.
Yeah, I liked this chapter more than the others because just of a few reasons. Although there was a lot of parts I didn't like too. But I like the part in the beginning where Jalal and can never remember his name are talking, and um, he basically just lets Jalal go for helping. Oh, Dronbolt. And it was kind of sad to see Cobra going back. I almost felt that he deserved freedom, but now that I see what his plan is, then I'm okay with it. So we'll most likely see him again for these next upcoming arcs. Of course, Cobra had the most badass scene out of the 3 chapters. And, it was really neat how just everything he said during being forced to go back to prison or whatever. Like, I'm not putting up a fight. Pretty soon, basically, going to be more than you guys can handle. And got the Rambolt, got that look on his face. I think it was more so for the Hades gate opening or whatever. But still. And then the part where we see Fairy Tail is heading back to Magnolia, and the carriage passes the old lady. I know I skipped the part where they got the message, but I pretty much thought the exact same the Quincy did. I thought, how did she write that if she was dying? How could you have that much time? But of course, then I saw that old lady, and just 2 and 2 went together. I thought, that's Ultier. And of course, Gray confirmed it when showed his flashback, and he's like, so you're the one. And I thought, you could have just, instead of giving her a really awesome death, like, instead of giving her this noble, awesome death, where she dies sacrificing herself just to save everybody, a super noble, sacrificial death, which would have been awesome. But no, he decides to make her old, and then she'll just die off screen. Which I think is completely ridiculous and pathetic and stupid. She could have died a hero's death, or she can die a dog's death. And Hero went with the dog's death, which we just... But I was very disappointed by that. Very. And I lost even more respect for Hero, for what very little I had there. But that's all I have to say about this chapter. So, you think this chapter deserves a basic FAP?
It does not. Even though how amazing or how good the Cobra stuff was, everything else didn't complement it the way it should have.
Yeah.
I will say one thing though. Ultier needs to go to the One Piece world where she can get Bonnie to turn her back into a kid.
Yep. That's what she needs. Because I'm not done seeing that ass.
Of course you're not. You know what?
Never done.
You know what I see coming?
Huh.
Hiro Mashima's gonna find a way to give Ultier her youth back.
Probably. So should we, chapter rating out of 5 stars?
A 1.
Yeah. I was thinking a 1 as well. Should we move on to the next chapter?